Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to yet another Thursday live stream. Let me just change this. Okay, perfect. Stoom burned out. All right. Oh, a lot of new members joining in. Let me just quickly welcome them. Get Rich, then Pundalik Nayak, Aman, Rashmi, Mrinalini, and Namo. Mhm. Okay, a warm welcome to all to our memberships. Uh, yes, I am late today, late by 2 minutes. If you remember last Thursday, my PC was not working. I did the live stream with Akshay's laptop, and I had gotten my PC repaired, but maybe there was some bug. I was not able to still log in, but finally in. Okay, so today we want to discuss about a very important update. I'm sure you might have heard about this, about Starlink coming to India. I did receive a lot of messages when this news came up that Starlink is coming to India. Jio and Airtel both are going to enter into contracts with Starlink, and the moment this news came up, many people were under a big question mark that whether this would hamper the revenues of Airtel, Jio, or would it in fact give them a kind of an added advantage of joining hands with Starlink. Okay, a very interesting discussion. I'm sure you will get to learn a lot. I'll be very honest, there were some smaller details that even I did not know. Before me and my team, we did research about this, and that's what I'm presenting it in front of you right now. So first and foremost, we'll try and understand the impact of Starlink on Airtel and Jio. Right now, first things first. I hope everyone, like I mentioned, right, you know this, that Jio platform, Bharti Airtel, both have signed agreements with SpaceX, and these agreements are still subject to regulatory approvals. Okay, so unless and until regulatories sign this off, still we cannot say that this is officially done. Government officials are yet to give final permissions. Okay, now first we have to understand how does this work. Okay, I'll show you. That is what I wanted to show you. Just remember these images. Okay, first I'll explain, and then I'll come back to the image that I was trying to show you. Right, first things first, let's understand how do we get internet. So for example, in our society, internet cables, it's a fiber optic cable, right? I'm sure many of you might be using fiber optic cables only. So I'm just giving my example, right? In my society we have fiber optic cables. That is how the internet connection is what I get at my place as well, through the fiber optic cable. But then the problem is that the moment I, if I were to think about going to a remote place, I of course cannot use that fiber optic cable. Now what is required? So either number one, so let me just rephrase this one more time, okay, so that the explanation will be easier. The one that I was trying to do was a little bit, gol gol ghuma ke ho jata tha. I'll give you a simple one. Let's understand. In Pune right now, fiber optic cables are laid down, towers are present, so there is no problem about connectivity. I'm sure a lot of bigger towns, comparatively smaller towns, also have these towers. They have fiber optic cables laid out. But could there be some remote areas where even today mobile towers are not present? Absolutely, yes. Could there be some remote areas where these fiber optic cables have not reached even today? Yes. Now, if a company like Airtel or Jio or Idea were to do that, will it incur a lot of expenditure to lay down these fiber optic cables, to construct these towers, these mobile towers? Of course, companies like Indus Towers do that. But will it incur a lot of cost? Answer is yes. Now, if I were to understand about how Starlink provides internet, what Starlink has done is that they use a network of LEO satellites to provide internet access. Now, what is LEO set? Sorry, LEO is nothing but low Earth orbit. Okay, so you can imagine our our globe Earth, and in the lower orbit there are these satellites which Starlink has launched per se. And this these so how does a home get connected with Starlink's network? Is that they are ultimately accessing the network which is given through these LEO. What is what is the full form that I told you? These are low Earth orbits through which internet is actually being accessed. Now you'll be like, how can these LEOs and a device in my house, how can they communicate? So for example, if I were to use Starlink's internet, I'm using my PC right now while doing this live stream. How will my PC receive the signal from that LEO? My PC has to receive that signal from low Earth orbit. And for that, exactly, that is what I was trying to show you this image. Let me take you back to that image 1 minute. Okay, so you can imagine on my terrace, we will install this Starlink receiver like a dish. We used to have a big round color ka dish, right? For these TVs, dish TVs. So something like a big round. Instead of that, now a slick rectangular or squarish receiver is what we'll have to install on our terrace. Okay. Then we have Starlink's router, which will have to be installed in my house. So the LEOs, low Earth low Earth orbits, these will, so in simple words, these will help to emit those, not rays of internet, but whatever, you understand my bhavna, understand my emotion. Okay, so that is how the internet can be accessed through these LEOs, can be received by the Starlink receiver. Ultimately it can communicate with the router, and then I get internet in my house. Okay, one more amazing thing is that, what are they saying now? No need to have this receiver only on the terrace top. If you are traveling, then what? You can you see this small object? This is again a Starlink receiver. You can in fact install a Starlink receiver on a van. Of course, you'll have the Starlink router inside the van in that case, and that's how you can access Starlink's internet even when you're moving. Okay, now please understand, is Starlink a telecom company? They are not. They are not a telecom company. So if you're talking about calling, normal phone calling, that's what is not provided by Starlink. They are only internet service providers. They are not going to give you calling service. Okay, so that is the main thing, main point of difference that you have to understand. So in USA, they have already tied up with a company called as T-Mobile, very famous in USA. So like they have a tie-up with T-Mobile in USA, now they are planning for a tie-up in India with which two companies? With companies like Airtel and Jio. Okay, so I hope now you have understood that if I were to buy Starlink's, if I were to subscribe for Starlink's internet, I'll have to buy those two things. One is Starlink a router and one is Starlink a receiver. Okay, where will I purchase the Starlink's receiver and Starlink's router? For that, I can either go to Airtel's retail store or Jio's retail store, where I can buy these devices, and that is how I will be able to access Starlink's internet. I hope it is simple till here. Have you understood? Any doubts still here? I hope you have understood how can we get. Is that case, revenue should not hamper, rather should increase. So obviously by selling these devices, they are going to generate more revenue, agreed. But could people switch internet plans from Airtel to Starlink? Could people switch internet plans from Jio to Starlink? Is the doubt that I had when I read this news for the very first time in the newspaper. So for that, we need to understand what is the price point at which they are going to offer their internet services, and that's what I think Geo and Airtel is more than. Okay, chalo. So now have a look at this now. Okay, now you can see how much speed, upfront fees, per month fees, taxes and levies. So you can see this is a comparison, clear cut comparison. Starlink expected hai, versus Bharti Airtel versus Reliance Jio. Speed, Starlink 50 Mbps to 200 Mbps. Now just to compare the plan, I have taken Bharti Airtel's 100. Not I have taken. I mean, from where I've taken this. This is company reports, press reports, Bernstein analysis. All this is just a screenshot that I've taken. But of course, we have to compare it with 100 Mbps and 200 Mbps only, right? Same for Reliance Jio, 100 Mbps, 200 Mbps. I hope everyone knows that For companies like Airtel and Jio, we also have 1 Gbps also, speed wise. So that is way crazier speed. This is only 100 Mbps to 100 Mbps that we are talking about. Initial upfrontal fees 52,242 expected. Airtel 1,000, same with Jio. Per month fees 10,500 roughly. 799, 999, 699, 999, and taxes and levies whatever. So can I say Starlink is way expensive as compared to Bharti Airtel or as compared to Jio also? Absolutely yes. So I don't I don't think that people from big cities would immediately want to switch. There is no reason, in fact, why people would want to switch from Airtel to Jio. But then, what uh, what could be a positive point for a company like Jio and Airtel? Let's understand. So, for example, if Jio or Airtel were to lay those fiber optic cables, were to set up towers, if that is going to be way more costly, then they can, offer Starlink's internet in those areas where internet is not available right now. Simple. Okay. Now the only thing is that a person in, yeah, exactly. I know. Even when I read, fantastic question, Ranjit ji. Even when I read it for the first time, even I was surprised. Why is it 30%? But as I mentioned, right, I've taken it from news articles. So even I don't know why it is a 30% tax for Starlink. Uh, is it because a foreign company coming to India, and are there any additional levies? So typically, tariffs is what we call. So would there be an additional tariff? But exactly what is that nature of extra tariff is what was not mentioned in a lot of articles, and that is the reason why I did not emphasize on that point. But very true that there might be some additional tariffs. Okay, that is the reason why it could be a heavier tax. So again, one more point. All in all, as I hope you understood that wherever internet is not available right now, that is the places where Starlink's internet can actually really give a good value addition. The only concern is that right now it's so expensive that it is not possible that people from rural areas or tier 2 tier 3 cities are going to subscribe for that. So it will be interesting to see how Airtel and Jio are able to subsidize that and give it to the people for use. Question: could they decrease the rates in the future? Quite possible. But how are they able to achieve that? Again, so all these things are way early to comment on. So let's see. But all in all, I hope you have understood that this in no way is going to hurt Airtel or Jio right now. So anyone who is invested in Airtel or in Jio via Reliance, obviously, because Jio is not listed right now, uh, that is the reason why no need to panic. Okay, so just in case if you are a shareholder in these stocks, no need to panic. It's not going to create any havoc for these companies. So I hope this point is absolutely clear. It's famous in Ukraine right now. Okay, मुझे लगेगा कि स्टारलिंक का हाल से उनसे बंद हो जाए. ओहो, let's see what happens. Very difficult to predict right now what will happen. But technology wise, yes, always good that we get to see some different technology come in India. As you showed, like, it is very costly and also not have very good speed, and many other Wi-Fi are available which are also better than both. And uh, I don't think we should jump to a conclusion right now, right away, that Starlink will fail. We will just have to see how are they able to leverage the Indian market. Because, see, I'll tell you, Elon Musk is really smart. I'm sure he has done his homework. His team has done the homework. That how would they be able to stand the competition from Indian telecom companies? He is not going to, just enter without any studies. I'm sure he has some game plan. So that's what I'm telling you. It will be interesting to see what he has in his mind, and how are they able to, add some value slash penetrate into the Indian markets, right? Well, that is about Starlink news. Airtel, Geo, both cases that I wanted to tell you. Mutual fund February data is out. Also wanted to quickly share some key data points for mutual fund. So let me just share my screen. This mutual fund data for 2025. SIP contributions have declined only by 2%. That's nothing. From 26,400, that was January figure, we are at 25,999, almost 26,000. Decline of 2% is negligible, absolutely negligible, right? What is a little bit of concern is equity net inflows, that they have declined by 26%. Now, what is this equity net inflow? Uh, this includes gross inflows minus redemptions is equal to like net inflows. Okay, but this will not include something like index funds. These will be actively managed equity mutual funds. So that has declined by almost 26%. This is something where maybe people who were investing lump sum or something like that, that might have dropped quite a bit. uh, SIPs in equity net inflow. See, I'm not going to talk about SIPs because all in all, SIPs have declined only by 2%. So, be it in any form, SIP in index fund, SIP in equity fund, SIP in debt fund, whatever, entire SIP contribution has dropped only by 2%. But equity net inflows have dropped by 26%. So, that's a pretty big chunk. Okay. Um, Second one, large cap net inflows also declined by 6%. Mid cap net inflows have declined by 34%. Small cap net inflows have decreased by 35%. So, you know, bigger inflows are not happening in actively managed funds right now, but SIP figure is intact. That could possibly mean that people are continuing SIPs or doing kind of lump sum in index funds. That is, that could be possible. So will be again interesting to see how data points can revive post some sort of revival in the market. One good point about, so moving on to the third one, so I wanted to talk about three key points today. First one was about Starlink, Airtel, Geo. Second point that I wanted to talk about was mutual funds February data. Happy that there's just 2% drop in SIP contributions. And third data that I wanted to tell everyone is that about India's inflation, which has fell below 4%. It's a good one. Feb inflation data suggests that inflation would be around 3.6% roughly. That is lower than expected, by the way. And if this be so, there are great chances that we could see a rate cut come up. So it'll be interesting to see rate cut in our country, again always considered as positive. That will help boost the overall GDP growth rate also. So all in all, this is about the key pointers that I wanted to mention. Let us see if you have any questions. Of course, I'll show you Nifty chart also. But before that, let me just check if there are any more questions. Partnership, Musk Modi, kya baat hai? Jio and Airtel will have competition with Starlink. Maybe we can see reduced tariff of Jio and Airtel internet plans. Maybe. Net inflows decrease indicates redemption in small and mid caps. Exactly that. So whenever that is why I told the formula in the beginning, right? What is a net inflow? Whatever are the gross inflows, less redemptions, that will lead to net inflow. So absolutely possible that there are a lot of redemptions. But would people really want to redeem at such lower prices? So again, not sure on that. Hopefully, people have now become a little bit aware that doesn't make sense redeeming at so much low levels, right? America slowdown, absolutely, Rajarshi. People are talking about that. Is there a possibility that there could be a slowdown or kind of a recession in USA? Uh, President has already said that no chances. America is not going to go into recession, is what he has said. Again, so many ifs and buts involved here, right? So will be again interesting to see. Can we expect a bounce from here in the market? Right now, market is not showing any specific signs. I'll share my screen. Um, all right, this is what you can see on the screen right now. Okay. This is where we are, of course, still below the 200 DEMA. Everyone knows about the key levels. But since last Thursday, where were we? This is where we were last Thursday, right? It's completely sideways. So if I were to draw last Thursday levels, I'll just, magnet is on, fantastic. So let's say Alt J here and an Alt J here. See, this is where we are, correct? So if you see here, this is where we were last Thursday and this is where we are even today. So absolutely range bound in how many points? 22,200 at a lower level, 22,500 at an upper level. So I really wish it can go beyond this 22,500. I've talked last time, if you remember, I had told you about the Fibonacci retracement. For those who can't remember this, from this higher point to this lowest point, if I were to just let me switch off the magnet. So if you see here, from the first downfall, if I were to check, this was a 50% retracement, post which the market again corrected. Correct. Then this was the second fall that we were talking about the other day, from here to here. And markets again went up to almost 50%, post which again it retraced. Ultimate fall, which is happening right now, the third fall, which is happening. And if I were to check this, the 50% comes at 22,890. This is where ideally we should reach, but we need some triggers to reach there, and some triggers are missing. So let's see, maybe a rate cut in the coming meeting. If we can get that, it will be amazing. But otherwise, just have a look at this. This is such flat. I mean, next level sideways market. So maza nahi aa raha hai. I know. I mean, for those who trade into the market day in and day out, for them it is a boring market. See, when market also goes down, there are possible, I mean, people are at least trying to see what's wrong. Should they have hedged their portfolio, this that. But when market is absolutely sideways, it's absolutely boring, right? Nothing is happening in the market, and that's what we are facing right now. And we have to be patient in such time frames. That will help us to get out of this is a classic example of time wise correction. Only sideways, nothing is happening. Okay. क्या बात है रवि जी, आप ही हो. Likes, please like. Such a great and informative live stream. Thank you, thank you. Let me check as usual where we are, how many viewers, how many likes. We have almost 700 viewers and 133 likes. I mean, I understand that our bar of views to likes is anyways less, but should not be so less. Na? We have talked about 3, 4 important points, Baba. We talked about Starlink. We did talk about mutual fund inflows. We did talk about inflation position in India. We did talk about how markets are performing flat, this, that. Still, 700 people, 724 people, 203 likes. असंच असतं आता काय सवय झाली. Okay. Yes. Any other doubt now? Ma'am, SIP net inflow 2% is very good sign. Absolutely. I mean, people are understanding the importance of staying in the market for a longer time. So I think in spite of such a big correction, 2% decrease is absolutely nothing. It's your live stream because I was in Vellore for health reasons. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're better, Rajashi. Viewers are less today. Yeah. I mean, one possibility is that Holi, we celebrate Holi in, I don't know which parts of India is Holi celebrated. It is celebrated in Maharashtra for sure. Uh, Others, is Holi celebrated in your state? Ooh, are the t-shirt you are wearing available for us, for sale for us? Not yet. It's a team say ARR. So no, these are not for sale. Or my staff and me, we wear this. We will plan, but first now I have to do for Bangalore. Otherwise, Bangalore people will be like, shh. Oh ho! Happy birthday to me. Hashtag 5 years as pro investor. Thank you, Rachana ma'am, for your glorious presence throughout this time and many more years to come. Proud. Kya baat hai, dips. I think we had met at the Mumbai Harkar investor event, right? 5 years you have been a pro investor. That shows consistency. Amazing. Amazing. Chandigarh as well. Okay. Holi is tomorrow in Odisha. वो होली खेलने वाली होली है. This is you know fire wala. Oh, you can make t-shirt family CARR. Amazing suggestion. Suggestion तो बहुत अच्छा है. Let me see. Very good suggestion though. Celebrated in the north too. क्या बात है. When we again can do technical analysis of stocks? SEBI. Ask SEBI. Unfortunately, I have to keep my knowledge to myself. I can't share it with you all right now if it's about technical analysis. क्या करें? Kind of choti holi today. Okay. Achha. Ma'am, could you tell the near future of Reliance Industries, because RIL had to go through the fine that was posed to them, and even the petroleum claims $2.81 billion. I haven't been through this news, inspiring tycoon. We'll have to check and then comment on that. $2.8 billion is not a small one at all. So we'll check, and if I feel that there is something which can bring a big impact, we'll definitely let you know. Can we expect a video on SMLT? What is SMLT? Zoom meet for technical analysis for pro investors, if that's allowed by SEBI. I doubt even if a Zoom meeting is allowed. Let me check if it is allowed. I'll ask my legal team. Not sure on this whether it's allowed through a Zoom meeting or not. If there is a recession or slowdown in US markets, will Indian markets get hit? Yes, no second thoughts on that. See, always remember, US is a mother market. Anything goes wrong with US, it is going to have an impact on all other markets. So US going into a slowdown or recession will not be a good sign for sure. I'm a student, always wanted to learn about stock market, need your help to get free access to learn all basics through your courses. Please help me. I can't afford as of now. I will repay. Are itna dil chota mat karo. A lot of content is available online as well, through our YouTube channel also. And I I will always tell you this, that if you were to learn first, if money is a constraint, you should not feel bad that just because I'm not able to pay the fees, I will not be able to get that knowledge. So what I feel is, first try to see whether anything which is available free of cost on our channel, whether you have consumed that. If you feel that yes, I have checked out all videos about basics of stock market on your channel, then send us a message. I will try to see that whatever level best is possible, we can offer that to you. But first, ensure that whatever free content is available on our channel, you have watched that. Okay. How about a refresher course on FATA with minimal cost? Interesting. So anyone who has done a course on FA plus TA just for a revision batch? I'm not sure how many people will be interested just for a revision crash batch on FA and TA. We'll have to check that. Yes, happy Holi. You need that? Really? Ooh. Interested. Okay. For FA and TA, good idea. Thank you. Thank you. Best and systematic. Thanks a lot. I suggest all the content on YouTube should be indexed so that all can check past videos. So we anyways have playlists, Ranjit. So anyone who wants to learn about fundamental analysis, a fundamental analysis playlist is readily available. Anyone can check that. So not a big deal also. Okay, interested. That would be like a crash course before the exam. Okay. Decoding price action analysis was nice course to learn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Glad you liked it. I think I should let me figure out if I can do some crash course on FA and TA. The first time someone has asked for this though. Let's see. Sarthak Metals Limited. What do you want to know about it? Sanna, Sarthak Metals Limited. So let's go on screener and see. I've never tracked this stock, by the way. If it's a extremely small slash penny cap, I'm not going to take it. वाटलंच होतं मला. I thought so. Have a look at this. Sarthak Metals. Market cap 171 crores. Stop sharing. Close. Next. मैम भारती एयरटेल चार्ट व्यू बताइए ना प्लीज. वो तो मैं बता नहीं सकती ना प्लीज. अदरवाइज मैं बताती थी ना. अच्छा, can you all see? I'm not sure whether I'm. नहीं ना, I don't know यार. What is? नहीं. No. I would have told you, but I will not tell you. I can't tell you. That is. Zoom meets crash course. Okay. Capital market stocks. I had promised a video on camps, and that is what I'm coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow camps video will be released. Don't forget to watch that. Very interesting video. Found some interesting correlations in that video between camps and the market. So it's an interesting one, right? Next place of Hargar investor, Bangalore mostly. We have already started to check auditoriums in Bangalore. Views on Reliance Industries Limited, fundamentally very strong stock. No second thoughts on that. I mean, such a diverse business. They have such a diverse business, right from oil related to two big upcoming themes, one Reliance Retail and one Geo. I don't think there is any problem fundamentally there. Oh, 19 people. You can type what you wanted to tell us about Bharti. I mean, they have mentioned it not to be shown on screen. You can't show it on the screen. You can't talk about it. Wow. Dips. I loved the last sentence. SEBI should use you as a brand ambassador for investor awareness programs. And just wanted to share this with everyone. Yeah, I mean, would not want to comment on whatever you've mentioned there, but uh, of course, everyone knows that I have never given any buy sell recommendation. But yes, I was a resource person of SEBI back then, resource person of NISM, which is National Institute of Securities Market. It's an educational initiative of SEBI. Uh, I've I've been resource person, I think, from 2011 to 2018 or 2019 until I started my YouTube channel. After that, it started becoming very difficult for me to conduct these live sessions on behalf of SEBI. Got tied up with YouTube. उसके बाद नहीं किया. But I've been a resource person. So SEBI people, if you're watching, I don't know. Suggestions from my followers. Absolutely, Raviji. Or you can just drop a WhatsApp on 90221 96678. 90221 96678. Oh, is there any crash course planned for women who do not know anything about finance? Uh, Rajni, it's not gender specific. Anyone who does not know anything about finance, for that, three courses. One is the basics of stock market course, one is mastering money management course, and one is magic of mutual funds. All three courses are extremely important for any person who is wanting to learn right from basics and has almost no knowledge about finance. In fact, very happy to share that almost 70-80% of my learners are from a non-commerce background or a non-finance background. This is what you should check. So if you see here, for a beginner, uh, RachanaRanade.com, that's the website for a beginner. Basics of stock market, magic of mutual funds, mastering money management. These three courses, I think you must check out. And gender is not a barrier here. Anyone can learn about it. How to decode new daily news articles. I mean, these days with AI, it is becoming so very easy. Just put the link of those news articles which you want to, uh, understand easily, and you can just say, explain this to me as if I'm a 5-year old or something like that. Shall I give you a very simple example? Chalo. So let me just share this with you. Starlink, Geo, Airtel. One second. Let me just do some logins. Chat GPT. Just give me a second, okay? I'm opening. All right. So now let me share my screen. Mm, okay. So I'll show you how can any person decode any news. Okay. So let's say that's where you are. Okay. Airtel and Jio bring Elon Musk Starlink for high speed. Okay. So you want to understand this in easy words. Okay. So let's say out of this whole thing, you are not able to understand what does this exactly mean, or how does Starlink. I'm not sure whether it can directly do this or not. Let me just check. Okay. Explain explain this to me as if I am a 15-year-old. Let's see if it can. Immediately it has started. Imagine you're in a place where you're getting a good internet connection. You're in a place where getting a good internet connection is really hard, maybe in a remote village or in mountains. I talked about tier 2, tier 3 cities or villages. Traditional internet services, which rely on cables and towers, often can't reach these areas effectively. This is where Starlink comes in. Starlink is a project by Elon Musk's company SpaceX that uses a network of small satellites orbiting the Earth, the one that I told you, low Earth orbits. These satellites are positioned much closer to the Earth than traditional ones, which helps in delivering faster internet with less delay. So all these things, so it's so easy. Plus, they have also mentioned about which more links. So nowadays with AI, decoding any news, the point that you have, how to decode daily news articles, it has become way easier than ever. क्या बात है good. So good to know that. Still would recommend, for 1 month at least, try pro investor membership. Your level of knowledge will definitely go up. आज पूजा जी नहीं आई है स्ट्रीम में. पूजा जी है, पूजा जी नहीं, यही कमेंट डाला है. Oh, is he good for Indian future or will we be trumped? um I think he's a good businessman and so is Modi ji. So number one. Number two, both are absolute nationalists. He is talking about MAGA, Make America Great Again. We are about making Bharat a better place. Uh, we are talking about making India a developed country till 2047. So I mean I don't understand geopolitics too much, but to whatever I read in the newspapers, I don't think that should be a problem. Oh yes. Valuation course is a little bit tricky, and that is the reason why I've kept it at advanced level, not at basics or intermediate level. Angel Avni, we met at Pune's event, if I'm not mistaken. I feel so good. See, that is the purpose of Hargar Investor. For example, Angel Avni has been attending our live streams for such a long time, and you had come at the Pune event, and she told me that I attend the live streams without fail, and my name is Angel Avni. And I was like, yes, I know you by your name and DP. So nice to meet you. Your course is helping me to understand better. Thank you for explaining in simple language. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ketan. Expected dates for Bengaluru event in April is what we are trying. We'll announce the immediately the moment we close down on the auditorium. We'll definitely let you know. Um, all are self study courses. No one actually. I mean, teaches you. See, I feel that all these courses should come up with proper audio visual, like my courses, right? But again, you have to have passionate teachers. So it's like just you learn by yourself. They'll give you some PDF notes, read by yourself, learn by yourself, give exams. That's it. All right. It's 9:45. Kya baat hai? Okay. Well, I hope we did. I mean, we did talk about a lot of points today as well. Today is some important one. One different thing we talked about was about AI. I know people. A lot of people are missing technical analysis. Also, will as I promised, right? Last time I told this. I'm trying to get one or two people who are SEBI registered and also can talk about technical analysis during our Thursday live stream. We'll plan for one soon so that you can ask all your technical analysis related doubts, and I'll be like, nice, because I will not be allowed to talk. I'm just going to go like, nice. Okay. All right. So I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.